We are going to be looking at some creepy videos, strange and odd news stories, and as always, let's go ahead and get right into today's video.
This is why I say you cannot trust everything that you see, because the mayor's underground bunker was just listed for sale. But let's go see what it looks like inside. So this is what you walk into. This has to have the most eerie feeling attached to it. And immediately, how tall are you? Clown height measurement. Why would somebody need this? Here is the kitchen. It looks like it was almost never used or completely overused. And of course, a pantry that looks like it definitely had some cans stacked in there. And it gets deeper. There is a generator. And here are these steps with a nice red railing. And it gets worse. Why are all of the doors stacked? All of the doors are torn off, and there's another clown in the corner. Okay, we have a nice hall. I don't know what this room would be. Fans on the floor, probably to dry the paint. There is a door attached there. Honestly, it looks like an interrogation room. This is actually a pretty large bunker and a large plot of land. There's an RV, and let's go see what's in the garage. Oh my God, another clown just hanging from the ceiling. Lots of ladders. It just looks like a garage, honestly, but it keeps going. So now we are inside of the main living area. There's a kitchen, pretty good space, and we have a main bedroom. And it looks like we have a laundry / kitchen area again, and the bathroom. The cheetah print, is that a rug or is that tile? The sink is crazy though. And the shower, I'm kind of impressed by it. So you guys gotta let me know how you feel about this property. Don't forget to like, follow, comment, and share for more, and I will see you in the next video.
Now, I don't even know where to begin with this video. This video comes from Video Shack on TikTok, and just by looking at this underground bunker, just by looking at this house, I get such a bad feeling. And what is up with those creepy clowns or jesters? This reminds me of that movie Black Phone with Kevin Bacon, where he kept keeping children in his basement. Now, given the fact that this mayor has these jesters all throughout his bunker, it's very possible that he's with the Royal Order of the Jesters, which is an association of the Shiners. They never state who this mayor is, but somebody left a comment by saying, notice how all the floors are easy to hose down. Like I said, this is very, very creepy, and it gives off such an eerie vibe. But on the subject of bunkers, I ran across a very interesting article by USA Today, which was published on May 1st. This article is titled, "The United States Government is Upgrading a Secretive FEMA Bunker. Why? That's Classified." The article goes on to say that a secretive underground FEMA base where congressional leaders hid following September 11th is getting an upgrade, but what exactly are workers doing at Mount Weather? Well, that's classified, and the contractors who are doing the work have top secret security clearances. Buried in the Blue Ridge Mountains 64 miles west of Washington, D.C., Mount Weather is part of a network of underground facilities scattered across the United States designed to protect federal leaders during a crisis. It takes less than 30 minutes by helicopter to reach Mount Weather from Capitol Hill. And this bunker where they hid previously is getting a big upgrade. Very interesting. This article is coming out now with all these power outages and things like that, but the article continues to say the breadth and depth of capabilities offered by Mount Weather make it a unique facility. FEMA said in a rare 2009 fact sheet about the site, the facility supports a variety of disaster response and continuity missions, mostly classified. And if you have not realized, they have been doing a lot of continuity training lately. The article ends with, among its facilities is an underground cafeteria with seating for 300 people, which offers a sense of how many people could be housed there. The facility also has office space, dormitories, and private sleeping spaces for VIPs and training rooms. Even the price tag of the new Mount Weather work is confidential, but contracting details suggest workers must be skilled in both underground construction and HVAC equipment, including air handlers. This article also reminds me of articles that came out a couple months ago where they wanted to find out how they can replace members of Congress quickly if 100 or more members of Congress were to pass away suddenly together. And I even said when I made a video on that article, I said it sounds like they want to hide these people in bunkers. Remember, it's not just politicians that have the memo either. They pass this message along to people they want to pass it along to. Like all of these billionaires have underground bunkers, and a lot of these millionaires, a lot of these celebrities. Remember, that movie, Leave the World Behind, was not just a fictional movie, it was a message.
So why is nobody talking about these recent news reports where realtors are saying that people that are purchasing homes, especially millionaires, are having bunkers created under their homes? Like legit war bunkers. One realtor even said recently that one of the bunkers that they were having made was at least 1 to 2 feet thick of either iron or cinder block. The main entrance door was 12 inches thick of pure iron. I mean, what do all these rich people know that poor people like me don't know? Why is there a sudden influx of people wanting to build bunkers under their houses, under their basements? Why are they, what's word around their street? Because I know things are getting crazy with the US and China and Mexico, El Salvador and all this other stuff. But to have a war-type bunker built into your house? Maybe at their level of finances, their sort of news is not like normal people's set of news.
That video was from Grace Unfiltered on TikTok, and again, Leave the World Behind was a message to those in Hollywood and those in the circle to get ready and to prepare, while the rest of us think it's just a fictional movie.
I don't know what that thing is, but that's what they're doing at the Elko Airport.
This is called an airborne electromagnetic survey. It's like a high-tech X-ray for the ground. The big loop creates an electromagnetic field that goes deep underground like invisible waves. And when those waves hit different materials like rocks or minerals like lithium, they bounce back differently. And then fancy sensors in the helicopter pick up those differences and basically decipher what is under the ground. This area is known to be rich in minerals, especially lithium. This technique was also used recently in Wyoming. Side note number 1, our bodies are electromagnetic. They use tiny electric signals to send messages, like when your brain tells your muscles to move. Side note number 2, skeptics of the pyramid discovery recently, who didn't think you could possibly detect things that deep underground, well, yes, you can detect things that deep underground.
Side note number 3, researchers discovered that the chambers within the Great Pyramid can concentrate radio waves, acting as resonators that focus electromagnetic energy. I wonder why they do that.
So that's what that is. I'll see you in the comments. Take care.
That video is from Glamham 2.0 on TikTok, and she does an amazing job breaking down what people are seeing over the Elko Airport in Tennessee. And if that helicopter really is looking for minerals like lithium, then I would keep a good eye out on Tennessee being the next area that will get hit with a quote-unquote natural weather event. Let us also not forget one of the main fault lines near Tennessee just happens to be the New Madrid fault line.
Now, check this, folks. As his hand comes together, a set of fingers come over like he's got a third hand. Do you see that? Let's watch it again. See? Bump. That's AI, because it makes them kind of mistakes. Same up here. Watch his hands turn into one big finger in the centre. See? It's strange. These clips look like they've been used after he died, if you ask me, because he's a lot more chubbier, I noticed, in these clips. And when you see him in his coffin, none of this is there. All of this chubbiness is gone. Yeah, he's got a black eye over here and a black eye over the other one, and he looks like he's been dead 3 months. But like I say, he died a few days ago. All I'm saying is this is iffy. To me, these are AI. 100% that's AI, and that's AI. And if this was used in the mainstream, which it was, then what you got to ask is why? Is it because they needed him to pop on a certain date, like Easter Sunday, for instance?
That video comes from Tony Geese 2 on TikTok, and I've been saying for quite some time now that the Pope either passed away in February or March, because the timing of him passing away is just way too coincidental. The day after Easter, Easter Monday, or the day that Romulus and Remus had founded Rome. These people, the so-called elite, they do everything by numerology and symbology. And you might be saying, well, he was on camera giving a speech, he was seen on a balcony, but let's not forget this video of the Pope. They did go ahead and explain that it was some kind of editing glitch on the camera, but who really knows? When it comes to these people, they are always trying to fool the masses through body doubles, AI, CGI, and so forth. Can't even take holograms off the table either.
Y'all seen this video right here yet, man? This is absolutely mind-blowing, dude. Y'all gotta stop eating this stuff, man.
McDonald's, what? But what is this? Like, I've heard of a cheese pool from mozzarella stick, but what is this? This, I start pulling and it's like I could hang the sandwich. This is not right, McDonald's. Chicken doesn't do this. This isn't chicken. And here I thought this was a better option of your chicken sandwiches because I thought it was like better quality. But this is a chicken yo-yo. What are you talking about? What is it?
There used to be a time when you asked somebody, why are you eating McDonald's? They would say, it's fast and cheap. It's cheap, it's cheap. McDonald's is no longer cheap. There should be no longer a reason to eat McDonald's, especially with all the news and all these stories that have been coming out of people finding things. Soylent Green is people, lab-grown meat, and so forth. I don't trust any food coming from McDonald's. But it's not just McDonald's. A lot of this food lately just does not look normal, especially when it's coming from a lot of these fast food places. And I've made a couple of videos so far that just might explain what these food items actually are. Again, Soylent Green is people.
We have some interesting footage. This is actually coming out of Brazil. This was captured on the town CCTV cameras, and authorities were reviewing the footage when they came across this oddity that they can't explain. What appears to be this unidentified light source appearing on camera, and eventually it does disappear, but it left them with questions as to what is this? What are they watching? It's almost like the universe being split open or a portal opening. Take a look at this footage. Comment below and tell me what you think this could be.
Now, I have absolutely no idea what that could be, but at some point it does look like it's trying to walk or it has legs. It could be some type of rift or some type of portal because we have been hearing and seeing a lot of portal imagery lately. But yeah, it looks like some kind of humanoid at some point. It's very, very bizarre. That video comes from the Paranormal Chick on TikTok. This next video comes from Sale Zio on TikTok, and she captured something pretty interesting that was shown on the news.
What is this? This is a tornado forming. This thing goes crazy, and then after this tornado actually goes away. What is this doing?
But pretty amazing shot as that looks in. Can you still see, Josh? Looks like it maybe trying to rope out just a little bit.
And then he walks in front of it.
Almost all the way to the ground, though. And look, it's starting to twist there just a little bit.
What is it? It's literally moving towards the tornado. Honey, it's moving towards the tornado.
It's amazing that it can come down that far. But
I'm watching this white spot. There's this white spot right here. That is a part of it, and it's slowly getting closer. It's about to hit the tornado. No, it's right there, that white spot. It's literally just got into it. Look.
What's happening is you're now getting the rain and the cooler air to choke this off. See this in the mid layers?
Yes.
It's starting to choke off just a little
Oh.
bit. So looks like that we could be on a weakening phase. We may be cycling again, and in about 10-15 minutes it may try to do this again.
And it does.
Again, this is northeastern parts.
But whatever this is, broke all of this apart. Was this like a cold air current? Like what the heck?
Now, people are saying that this black thing forming from this cloud is anywhere from water droplets that may have spread across the camera and is causing an optical illusion, or is some kind of cloaked UFO, but I don't know. You can see what looks like the cloud pulling apart and then it rapidly comes back together again. It's always been my theory, if UFOs were going to hide anywhere, they would hide or camouflage as clouds. But when I'm talking about UFOs, I'm not necessarily talking about aliens. This could also be man-made tech, especially when we're talking about disastrous weather. But what do you think this is? Do you think it's just water droplets, some type of natural explanation, or something else altogether?
Does anybody else besides me feel as if time is speeding up, or has sped up, I should say? Like, things really feel off, don't they? They really do. Like, things just feel really off. Like, let this sink in. We are already halfway through the current year, and it seems like this year just started, and the weather seems like it's confused. Like, it really does. Like, everything just feels off. It really does. I know I can't be the only one that feels like this. That just everything feels strange. Nothing feels real anymore. Holidays don't even feel the same. Like, nothing feels the same anymore. People feel fake. Like, just everything just feels weird. The vibes just feel different. Does anyone else feel like this, or am I the only one?
That video is from Official Truth Seeker on TikTok or Truth Seeker on YouTube. But a lot of people on social media, they are talking about just how fast they are noticing that time is going by. It could be due to a bunch of different factors, working, all this stuff we're focused on in the news and so forth. But even going back 10 years ago, time just feels so much faster than even 5-10 years ago. An hour feels just like 30 minutes, and holidays, forget about it. Holidays just do not feel the same anymore. And again, yes, it could be due to a bunch of different factors, but we can't forget either that we have organizations like CERN that are always manipulating our reality. There is just something so creepy about these Frankie Valli videos that are coming out of him in concert. People are noticing that he's barely moving, he's barely blinking, and it seems like he's barely breathing. And he's barely just mouthing the words to his songs as his younger voice plays in the background. People are leaving comments like, this is very eerie, why doesn't he just retire? He doesn't need the money. His net worth is over 100 million. Why is he still doing this? And it gets even more eerie when you remember what Bob Dylan said.
Why do you still do it? Why are you still out here?
Well, it goes back to the destiny thing. I mean, I made a bargain with it, a long time ago, and I'm holding up my end.
What was your bargain?
To get where I am now.
Should I ask who you made the bargain with?
with the chief commander.
On this earth?
And on this earth, and then in a world we can't see.
On March 2nd of 2025, a woman named Jeanette moves into a new apartment, unaware that she would film something very unsettling while moving in. Ever since getting the keys to the place, she's been documenting her entire moving in process. But then one day, while making a video, she records this.
Can I help you? Remember? Be fast. No, I don't remember. Please get out. Please get out of my apartment. Please get out of my apartment.
A man who she doesn't know suddenly appears in her apartment. He most likely walked in after seeing the door was unlocked. Now, while it's unsure if they caught him, viewers are completely baffled by something else in this video. Somehow, the door opens on its own right when Jeanette is heading towards it. In the heat of the moment, she didn't realize this until much later when viewers pointed this out.
Okay, update. I'm just as confused as you guys are. I have no idea what happened. All I know is whatever happened, I'm grateful to whatever opened this door, because if this didn't open, I don't know, some things probably would have happened. So.
Now, thankfully, Jeanette makes it out safely and immediately gets help. But despite this terrifying encounter, nothing would prepare her for what occurred only a few nights later. As she writes, "I have no words to explain this." While trying to record a cute video with her cat, this happens. As it seems, the intruder wasn't the only presence inside her apartment. On her bed, this happens. An indentation begins to form, as if someone had gone on the mattress. But then another imprint begins to emerge, causing Jeanette to freak out. Understandably, she scurries over to another corner of the room while trying her best to remain calm. From here, we can barely see the indents, but looking closely, either a black speck or something like it appears on the bed. Terrified by this, and more so by the person outside her door, she calls the police and spends the night at her neighbor's. And yes, her cat also came along. Now, while police did find the intruder who ran away, they have no explanation for what occurred in this video. However, this wouldn't be the first time that something like this has happened.
He was right there between the green table and the bed. Against the wall like this. No. Oh my god. Tell me how I saw someone.
Given both incidents, the question is begged, just what is going on with Jeanette's new place? And why is it that something unusual takes place during a break-in? She continues to share videos of her moving-in journey, but thankfully, no new intrusions have occurred since then. As always, let me know your thoughts on this one.
Now, I don't know if that was an entity or what, or her apartment is haunted, but I really have to say, that guy that broke into her place, standing there watching her as she's recording herself dancing, probably freaked me out a lot more than the entity did. But the fact that whatever that was opened the door for her so she could flee a lot quicker doesn't really make it seem like whatever else was in that house was evil. The fact that it made itself known a second time and she became scared and it went away and she's no longer haunted makes me believe that, again, there was no malicious intent there. But to me, anyway, I always felt like the living can sometimes be a lot more scarier than what we don't see.
A guy discovers a 700-year-old Knights Templar cave system. And check this out. This is amazing. Have you ever thought about the mysterious Knights Templar and the hidden world? Well, check out this cave right here. And back in the 12th century, the Knights Templar was here about the Knights Templar, or maybe you're exploring in the woods. Just remember that there's no telling what's under your feet.
That is so true. Who really knows what really lurks beneath our feet? And when it comes to all these tunnels, these secret tunnels, like that story I covered a couple months ago involving this certain group of people and they were creating these tunnels beneath New York, I don't think they were creating those tunnels, but they were expanding upon what was already there. Tunnels that were created hundreds of years ago. These tunnels are all interconnected all throughout the world, and who really knows who truly are the builders of these tunnels or what type of help they really received. Thank you so much for watching. Now, for those that may not be aware, I do have two other channels. One that's more conspiratorial, more news related, which is under Minutes of Horror, and another one that I'm building up that's more true crime related, which is under Hours of Horror. So if you do like that type of content and you like my content on here, please do subscribe to those other channels. But in any case, thank you so much for watching. If you like this channel and you want to see more, please subscribe. If you're already subscribed, please like, as any engagement does help the channel grow. Once again, thank you so much for your support.